here comes a drop right now by Lord, and is this going to be effective with the mothership on the field? Now, Hydras can kill the mothership very quickly, but the Vortex can eat up all of the Hydras. And it looks like Kiwikaki actually switching to a lot of Blink Stalkers, as his Blink has just now fully researched. And here comes the drop right now. The Blink Stalkers trying to run up here. Like I said, this is a small choke to get inside, and so it does take quite a while. There is no Overseer here right now, and so if he keeps the mothership in the back, none of these Hydras will be able to shoot any of these Stalkers. So far, good control on the mothership, keeping it at full HP, apparently getting a lot of Overseers here. That is way too many Overseers. I think that may have been a misclick. Completely ridiculous, but for now we do have Guardian Shield as well as Force Field being used. A bunch of the Overseers there actually just got sucked into that Vortex. I don't know if there's any ground units there or not, but you do want to keep these Stalkers here to deal with a couple of Stalkers hopping into this toilet just for fun. And so the mothership able to stay alive, and there is actually quite a few units in here. The Overseers trying to book it out of there. They are very quick. You need to make sure to keep those alive, since apparently he spent a lot of money on them. I'm not quite sure what the point of getting that many Overseers was, but that was a bit ridiculous. So this expansion could go down again. Does he spot it? Yes, he does see that hatchery is there, although he actually decides not to go for that. Maybe he doesn't quite realize on his minimap that it is there. He is instead going right here. He did use Blink to get inside, and he is going to use the Zerg buildings against himself and able to kill that, and then Mass Recall out of there. Okay, he blinked. Wow, he blinked in there to kill that off, and then he's like, I'm out of here, baby. Use Blink 2.0, which is the mothership Mass Recall. Now, we do have Weapons Attack Level 3 upgrade on the way for our Protoss players, using just a Force Field there to make sure to keep his army alive. And the mothership actually going into the main base. Is he going to Mass Recall right now? Yes, he is. A bunch of Blink Stalkers are now going to be inside the main base. There are a couple of High Templar in here as well. He could strong the ramp as he did to try and get up here, or he could Force Field it to trap the Zerg outside of his base, but the Force Fields are not going to be used in time. Storm instead going to be used on top of these Roaches. Ideally, you want to get them on top of the Hydras. However, the Zerg player positioning is absolutely perfect. Look at the creep, able to keep these units in perfect positioning. Storms are being used to soften up this army. It does look like the Zerg will be able to hold this, especially if he warps in more, or not warps in, but morphs in some more Zerg, like Zerglings and such to deal with it. However, the Psy Storm able to actually do a lot more damage here than I had expected him to. Now, if he would have force fielded on the ramp, this would have been over. The entire main base would have been destroyed. And is going to decide to attack at this location. This is a strong point at the Zerg. However, the Zerg is not going to have any sort of surround. Mothership is here. Fungal Growth has been used. Storm going down on top of this army. Keep in mind, though, that there are tons of Immortals in this army that are doing massive amounts of damage. Is it going to be enough for the Zerg to actually break this? Fungal Growth preventing the Stalkers from blinking away, and Vortex has been used to suck in some of those units, and the Archons trying to make it up there into that Vortex. You can see they're trying to bust through here. That is not going to happen, though, and these Broodlords are undefended, but I don't think there's actually enough anti-air of our Protoss player to do anything about it. The toilet has now flushed, I guess, that's what I would call it, and it does look, though, like the Zerg player going to come out ahead just barely here. The difference was these Broodlords able to stay alive. So this entire map is nearly mined out. We do have some minerals here and here. The Zerg player actually mining from these ones. So it's going to be one big battle. I think it's very wise for the Zerg player to play timid here. And he's basically going to force the Protoss to run at an angle that is not favorable. But this army, it could work. I don't know if there's enough Stalkers to actually kill off these Broodlords. There is 2 pages of Stalkers, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. The Broodlords are what he needs to keep alive. Here comes the Mothership once again. Is he going to use the Vortex? He could use it actually on the Broodlords. That would be absolutely perfect. If he does Vortex the Broodlords in, the Zerg player is forced right there. The reason that is crucial is the Stalkers can kill off everything else, and then all that will remain is the Broodlords. So our Protoss player going to be in a position here to actually potentially win this. I don't know, though. The Zerg player did run in there. There's not a lot. I don't think there's any High Templar. No, there is a couple High Templar. Could use Storm rounds up the army, and he is going to do just that. The entire Zerg army is melting away from that Vortex. There is virtually nothing left. I think that he may actually be able to hold this up, but we do look at the army size tab, completely sliced and diced. Holy balls, I think Kiwikaki is actually going to win this. What just happened? I've never seen Vortex used so effectively in a pro-level game. I don't think our Zerg player can defend this. Now, he does have a lot of resources. He could try and get out some units. All he has remaining is Roaches, though, which are not ideal. The Overseer just sitting there with his giant eye closed, as he knows his days are numbered. And the Void Ray is actually going to be effective here in protecting the Mothership from the Corruptors. And so, is Kiwikaki going to win this? Drones being pulled off the line. Actually, there is no line. Drones being pulled into this battle. And again, the Vortex on the Broodlords was so clutch. The reason that worked is because there was not enough anti-air to engage the Broodlords while ignoring the ground army. And so, wow, this game is balls. I don't even know what to say anymore. Kiwikaki actually using a mothership effectively in Protoss versus Zerg, something you almost never see after losing his main base, after losing his natural, and while being at a severe supply disadvantage, able to use Storm and Archons as well as the mothership, doing a little toilet action.